voice of Trunks, and you're listening to Chibino Podcast.
Protect the Maul! Oh my god!
Wait, explosion, murder, gun! Dynamite!
Strong.
I'm stronger!
And what is up, peeps? It is time for another episode of Chibino Podcast in a brand new format. You got me, Dave the Smash fan.
Mister.
Japorian waking up.
Yep, waking up. And we have one more person.
And Shark King.
Hoo-ha-ha. And it is Friday night once again, boys and girls, and we are going to talk about anime stuff, nerdy stuff, anything popular, and about some drama too. Ooh, it's going to be juicy, I'll tell you that much.
The chibi drama.
Well, I mean, not our drama. we don't have any drama. At least I don't think we do.
I hope not.
That would be news to me.
Yeah, so we're good. All right. So anyway, let us begin. Well, actually, before we do that, any updates from everyone here? Anything new? What's going on in the Chibi crew?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
I mean, thanks to I've been playing a lot of Rivals, like always. There's a lot to talk about Rivals.
That's not new, Dave.
I mean, yeah, that's not new either. But
Hey, it's a new event happening.
That's like me. Oh, I'm playing Pokemon. That's not news. It's just
what are you doing today? I'm breathing. Oh my gosh.
I guess it's fun. I was actually going to bring this up. So today, some cool news on my Rivals because I was really excited. So today they said release a new skin for Luna Snow. It's one of the most popular characters that get a bunch of skins. But for people that don't know, Luna Snow is based of it's a K-pop idol in the Marvel comics. And what's really cool about this, they actually brought a former K-pop idol for a group called FX to sing from their music, and her name is also Luna. So she's doing the music for the new skin of Luna Snow, which I find it to be really cool. If you're like a big K-pop fan, which I am, and a classic group has like one of the singers is actually performing for that, so that's awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Coolio.
pretty cool news.
What about you, Shark King?
I don't really have any new news. Sorry.
It's all good.
Yeah, tell us what you got.
Well,
You tell us.
Well, I guess I have something big to tell you. I guess I wanted to wait a little bit, but because this person wanted to wait before I tell everyone. But I guess this kind of was alluded to in past, like 2 episodes ago by Miles. But I am in a relationship right now, and it's been fun.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I mean, you guys already knew, so.
Well, we have to show excitement for the cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was such great excitement. God. Are you playing with fire?
When I used to tell you this was going to happen, and you're like, no, it's.
Well, I think
I said I believed in you, and you said I don't believe in me. That makes one of us. And look at us. Look at us.
yeah, look at us all growing up.
Yeah.
Kind of.
We already grew up.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know if we grew up, but we were just
We're
older.
getting older. That's different.
Well,
I mean, most of us are responsible.
yes.
In some capacity, I guess.
Something
Not-
like that.
Yeah, not all the way, but some. Funny
Yeah.
enough, so like I think you guys have known, or you guys, if for those one person or 2 people that watches consistently, you probably know that I rag on Paul and for him being Peruvian and all.
What?
So the consequences of my actions is
The
that
consequences of your actions. You hear that?
I don't say consequences. I mean like
It means consequences.
yeah, I mean consequences. We'll call it karma. And so the person that I end up with, she's actually Peruvian. So
Surprise,
I told you.
surprise. Not
And I
really.
told you this would happen to you, man.
I'm waiting for this to happen.
you just pray and be like, God, just give him a freaking Peruvian.
Which, I mean, there's a lot of high chances over there. Like,
You
you got a lot of exposure with Peruvians, apart from me. You have more Peruvian friends than I do here in the States, and that tells me a lot.
Yeah, that tells me you don't hang out with them.
It's 'cause
Yo,
David's
who's
more
that Peruvian
than
now?
you, Paul.
Who's that Peruvian?
I'm not. No. Let's not. We can go into all the time. Anytime that there's any Korean or Japanese festival, you're there in a heartbeat at the beginning of it.
I'm there with a Peruvian.
Peruvian? No.
As
You're
a
there.
Peruvian representative.
You're there for the bare minimum,
You
and
will
you don't
know-
talk to anyone.
You will know
aside from your family.
which
No.
you're becoming.
Sounds a lot like me, but he gets he doesn't get attacked like I do.
Oh, that woke me up.
Yeah, but you're not the one that's like saying you're something else.
I never said something else. I never said that. I let people guess, which is different.
Oh my gosh, that's even worse.
But hey,
nah,
welcome to the
no.
I don't
family.
lie to people. I just let them assume correctly.
Stroke his ego. Why don't
It's fun. But welcome to the family, David.
I'm not. no, First of all, I'm not part of your family.
that family.
That's not that family either.
I'll give you a previous shirt.
She will become Bolivian.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Not even.
Yeah, it will.
Not even.
No.
It will. It will happen.
We're calling now.
Not even.
Why not even? Why do you say that?
Because she's not.
It's true.
Yeah. So. Anyway, the point
He's
is.
speaking the truth.
Anyway, the point is. I mean, I won't tell you guys her name yet, just because I don't think she wants that right now. But just safe to say, one day she might come over and be on the podcast too. Eventually, she loves anime stuff as well. Like that's kind of how we bonded a while back as friends, because she went to an anime convention. So Japan actually knew her for a bit, or at least met her
I only met
once
her
or
once,
twice.
dude.
Well, for 2 days,
Okay.
for a few hours each
yeah.
day. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Well, anyway, so
We'll hear the origin story later on.
yeah. Yeah, soon enough. All right, well, let's move on to some news, okay? Let's go on to some really cool news. First and foremost, I think Fortnite's just getting crazy with their crossovers, with what they want to have skins for people playing that game. Because, like, they've done everything and anything.
They'll do anything and everything.
Yeah, they will do anything and everything. For $5, I'll give you anything you like.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So now they have they were teasing, but now they've confirmed that for Chapter 7 of the crossovers, they're gonna have the Office.
Which is releases
It
tonight.
released today.
Yeah.
They released today. So today's the 23rd.
Yep.
Yes. I like
Yeah.
that on my phone.
I
the
see
only
here
ones
my-
I know, the only ones I know for sure, just because I saw it, was like Dwight and Michael. But I don't know about anyone else. There might be more. I think I heard 5 characters, but I don't know any of it.
So they've said, well, there's references to Michael, Scott, Dwight. I'm pretty sure Jim's going to be on there. And if there's going to be a female one, because I don't know how many skins they release during each. But if they're going to do 4, then it's going to be
Depends on the
Pam.
it just depends
Yeah.
on the
Has to be
contract.
Pam.
But I'm pretty sure it's going to be Pam, Jim, Dwight, and Michael. If there's a 5th one, that's a toss-up. It could be
Kevin.
Kevin. It could be Oscar. It could be Angela. Probably Angela, who's probably the next most popular, right?
I guess so.
So they showed some like some of the moves or some like the
Some of the
dance
emotes.
So they have the one from this was I believe it was season 6. I think that was Michael's last season, where he does the Michael Scarn minutes to midnight or threat level midnight, and he does the dance the Scarn. What's it? No, that's what it's called.
I don't
That's
remember.
how you do the Scarn.
So so the ones I can see right now is only 2, but technically I guess would be 3 is Michael Scott, Dwight Schrute, and Scarn. Scarn, what's his name? Michael Scarn?
Michael Scarn. Yeah, that's Michael though.
Yes, Michael.
He has a different suit. People were asking for Prison Mike.
Oh,
Dude, I would've loved that.
I would love to have Prison Mike.
My name is Prison Mike. What was prison like? It was horrible. The gruel and the Dementors.
Okay, so I don't know if this is a real picture, but what we see is Andy, Pam, Michael, Dwight, Jim, and
Daryl.
Daryl.
Daryl. Actually, those are probably the most popular
Oh,
ones.
hey, Daryl.
I would have. Why?
I just don't.
Why do you hate Daryl?
Well, actually-
Because
Correction.
he's Angela Bassett or whatever he says. Whatever that
No.
black chick he always mess
I
up with.
gotta say, correction. I like Daryl, but I don't like the actor. Every time he's in a different show, he plays the same character.
I think he's different in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He doesn't play Daryl.
He plays Trudy.
He plays Trudy.
He's still racist.
No, he's not. No, he's so different. Because Daryl's trying to be like, I'm this cool man. And Drew's like, Rosa, Rosa, Rosa.
Trudy's like just like he's extra. That's pretty much what I'm saying.
Yeah, so he's not the same. Actually, I don't know what else he's in. He's in This Is the End.
Hot Tub Time Machine.
That's right.
Oh, dang it.
Zack and Miri make a porno.
I didn't watch that.
Are you sure? You guys keep talking about that. I need to fix some audio issues.
What else? I don't know what else has been. Yeah, I don't see. It's not remember.
I mean, he's in a handful of films. He's never like from his filmography. I don't think I've ever seen him be like the main character in a film. He probably has been, but I don't know his filmography enough to say he has been. But he's always been like the sassy guy and the character in his side films that he's in. So, but yeah, that's cool. Like, I mean, if that's true from the picture I saw, then yeah, we'll have Daryl, Jim, Dwight, Pam, Andy. You know, all of them. I think that's a good pick of characters. I think that's going to be helpful.
I tell you this
nice.
much. I gotta say, like, props to Fortnite. Every time they release a new collab, I like, man, you guys are doing the smash of shootings.
Of third-person shooters, of battle royales. Yeah, and it's pretty intense because, like, I think last month was Bleach. It had, like, Orihime, Ichigo, Vastalorde Ichigo, and I think another character, but I can't remember. I don't know anything on the Fortnite things.
They
really.
released Kim Kardashian, Sabrina.
Kim
Carpenter.
Kardashian. Yeah, and I know that they're still in the works with a lot of other things. Like, it's funny when they do data mines. Those are like years in production. So like you get information, but they might not come out for like 2 or 3 years, because I remember they announced the Power Rangers 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and the Power Rangers didn't come until the beginning of last year, right?
Yeah.
So, because I know I think we talked about it a while back too, that One Piece was confirmed for Fortnite, but I think we're not getting that. Maybe the end of this year or the beginning of next year is when One Piece will actually be there. So it's just all depends on how they want to do things.
Which is weird to think that you can actually have Michael Scott fighting against Goku, or like Deku at, having all those fights.
You can have Michael Scott do a Kamehameha or use 3D maneuvering gear,
or even jump into the Megazord. There's the emote. You can jump into the Megazord.
Or if they do like a special Avengers thing again, and Michael Scott can use the Infinity Stones to snap things.
Dude, that'd be crazy.
Isn't that weird?
Crazy.
That's a weird sentence I said, because like if this was like 6 years ago, that's a sentence I would never.
Right.
That's not a sentence you would ever say.
And now it's like kind of cool, actually.
It's cool but weird and dumb at the same time, because we're probably gonna get something for Avengers Doomsday for a Fortnite thing maybe next year. And if you play Michael Scott, or you could be Godzilla fighting Doomsday with Miku, and Miku could do a Kamehameha while Godzilla does the Rasengan, and you're Dr. Doom doing what's another anime move? The 3D maneuvering. Like, it sounds so weird. Like,
There's a shotting. There's a
no shotting.
No, what can Sasuke and Naruto do? Naruto can do his Rasengan. Can Sasuke do the?
I don't know.
I don't know. I just know the big names, the big things that they could do was the Kamehameha, the Big Bang Attack, the Rasengan, and yeah.
And you also have Homer as well in the game.
Yeah.
Hank Hill.
Don't you have Bob's Burger in there too?
I don't know. I don't know the roster. It's huge. I don't know the roster.
Shark and Key, hear us again now.
Listen to our voice.
Yes, I can hear you guys now.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
I was just like, oh crap, we lost him again.
He's back.
Where did you stop hearing us from?
I literally missed all of the Fortnite stuff. Like, I came back in the middle of it when you guys started talking, but...
Oh, I was just saying, like, it's just a crazy sentence to say that you could literally have Michael Scott in a game playing with Goku and Naruto, and Michael Scott can do the Kamehameha if he wanted to, while Goku used the Infinity Gauntlet, and Naruto has SpongeBob as his assistant on the side.
It makes complete sense that you don't mention it out loud.
So,
I guess.
Yeah, it's just...
But
yeah.
that reminds me, Japoran, do you still play with your wife, or does your wife not let you play anymore?
That's a good question.
Like Fortnite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't touched Fortnite in forever. I've
She
been mostly
plays.
jumping on Rivals, and that's about it. And that's about it.
But is that a choice, or is that because your wife doesn't let you play anymore?
No, choice.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to get all the events happening for Rivals and, getting on the new skins as well.
I get that. It's all good. Alrighty. Well, let's keep moving on. I think we talked about this. I don't want to spend too much time, but we talked about AI and what it can do, what it can't do, what people are pushing for, what it's doing to all of our PC parts that we're wanting to get and just make everything gosh dang expensive. Now Netflix. So first of all, Netflix, I think they've celebrated 135 million subscribers.
Sure.
Which is a lot lower than Disney's, right, Diego? Right, Mr.
I don't know.
It probably has
Right,
more.
launch, yeah, it was, dude. Didn't they
Yeah.
had like 200 million?
Yeah, something like that, like 500 million.
I get it now.
Half a billion.
Have a bill day one. Well, now Netflix, on top of celebrating 135 million people being subscribers, they're now using AI for subtitle localization. Also doing custom ads and planning to do a lot more. Now, my biggest thing is I don't like I think the AI. I mean, I don't know how smart the AI is. I know that Crunchyroll was accused of doing it, and they did do it because you could tell just even the quality of just the subtitle font itself was vastly different, and the way that it was being used was just very inefficient. Like they would Crunchyroll before they had to fix it, but before they switched to quote unquote AI, they would have the translations of something that's on a banner, and they'd have it in the same color of the banner, but just underneath it be in English or something like that. When they were switching to some with AI, it didn't have that. It wouldn't catch that. It would only do the voices, and then even then there was something that would not make a distinction of who was talking.
Didn't they also change companies?
That also too. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was also part
Yeah,
of it.
they
as well.
moved their subbing people to
Software. I remember.
like Israel or something. I remember people were
Israel?
Talk about
something. Yeah, Midwest, Middle
East.
Middle East. Something like that, because I remember people were complaining about it for some stupid reason. I don't know.
I was gonna say hopefully it's not the.
I didn't get too much into the politics of it all. I just remember seeing people bitch about it. So
in what sense have they incorporated AI into their sub? Do you know?
Well,
any
they're
detail?
not. They haven't said much right now. Just that they're going to do it. They said, quote, "We continue to harness AI to enhance the experience of our members, and we're expanding these capabilities to support our creative teams and advertisers." So now, if you have a
So we're gonna do it, but we haven't done it yet.
yeah, they're gonna start adding more of
they
it
need
in.
to start doing it now, because right now the AI bubble's starting to crumble.
It is crumbling.
So it says
Because one of the bigger AI companies, I can't remember their name, but last year they're
They're going on there.
they were at a loss. They were at a loss of $12 billion. So they're fucking up, and so that's kind of good in the sense of how they want to incorporate everything into AI. So it's kind of screwing them over. So I hope this is a big learning tool for everyone who's trying to just use AI for everything, where you could have just had a human being do it instead of AI.
Well, I hope that they're actually using both. They actually have most of the work and maybe using AI to clean it up.
I mean, if that's what it is, fine. But they haven't said anything.
They're not.
It says that exactly how everything's going to be impacted, it remains unclear. The ones that are on the $7.99 tier, so that one has ads, they're going to have more quote unquote personalized or localized ads. I don't know what exactly that means, but
you don't need to have AI for that.
yeah, but that's what it says they're going to use it for. And I did make one mistake, so it's not 125; it's 325 million subscribers.
Nice.
So
okay.
Almost
as much as Disney Plus.
I know.
Yeah,
Almost half a billion. Let's go.
half a bill day one, guys. Netflix, you should have done that. That should have been your goal.
Talk about Netflix. I don't know if you actually read this, but recently Netflix made a exclusive deal with MAPPA.
Yes.
Meaning that all of the anime that MAPPA is going to be releasing is going to be exclusively addressed. It will release on Netflix first, and their whole goal is to globalize the anime industry and more cater to the international audience than their original audience.
Cool. Finally.
Well, which is cool, but at the same time it's not. And the reason why I'm saying this is that they interview one of the big guys from anime directors, Hideki Anno, who you probably hate anyways. Who
Doesn't hate him. He just doesn't like what he did to Godzilla.
I just think he's dumb. That's different.
But he made a comment regarding anime, and he mentioned if anime is gonna be cater more to the globalized fans, it's gonna stop being anime because the fact that anime is anime because it's being built for the Japanese audience, and if they were to globalize that, his theory, he mentioned that it might actually affect how anime is portrayed in the future.
I would agree with him to a point because I mean that's why people are intrigued about watching anime because a lot of it, not all of it, a lot of it is based on Japanese society, Japanese history, Japanese everything, folklore, and all of that. So they should, in the sense of catering to people outside of the U.S., is allowing them to get things at the same time as people in Japan, but don't write original stories or make mangas or whatever the hell they want to do
America?
to cater to people outside of it, because that's why Japanese anime makes it successful, because it's catering to their little island and everyone's interested in that little island.
Well,
so
I guess
keep it that way. If you
I guess it depends on what they mean they're going to cater to.
That's what I'm saying.
The American audience, because so
I'm saying.
I'll give you one example. Okay, so this is, I don't know if you heard about this or not, about Jujutsu Kaisen. So Jujutsu Kaisen is gone. The American fans versus the Japanese fans have very distinct views on what's going on with this season. So this is where it's funny. So I remember watching this when the movie came out, or the special event came out, when they announced like the calling game rules, it was like very quick and it was done. And I remember when they did that when they showed it here, there were Americans that were like pausing it. Well, there was the explanation in episode 3, but I think it was in episode 1 or at the end of episode 2, they showed the actual rules of the calling game, and there were a lot of like streamers that reacted. They paused it so they could actually read what the rules were, because it's very quick. Like it focuses on each one very quickly, and then it shows everything on the screen for a little bit, and then it goes away. So I remember that there were Japanese people that were making fun of Americans for being like, I can't believe you have to pause this and read what's going on. But I would say the calling games, first of all, that's the whole, like, that arc is going to be, I'm super interested how people are going to enjoy this arc, because it's great art, but there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of exposition that needs to happen in this, and not just in the beginning, but throughout. People that have different powers, there's an explanation for it in the manga. So and sometimes they're like pages of explanations. Not all of them, but some of them need a page of explanation. So I'm wondering how everything's going to go. But anyway, so the biggest distinction that happened was between episode, I think it was 3 and 4. So 3, according to IMDb and I guess more international fans, that had the lowest rating of the season so far. I don't know if it's the series, but the season so far at 7.7. And Japanese people were completely like flabbergasted, like 7.7. How could you say that about this? Like, this episode like explains so much and goes into deep lore, which again, that's a whole other discussion. All of it. That's
because I'll just play straight with you. I have not bothered to watch any of the Jujutsu Kaisen anything after the first season in the Zero. But I can now say this, just saying this from what you just said. Everybody,
but it's not done.
Everybody, yeah, I'm not saying it's done. I'm just saying everybody hates setup episodes or setup movies where they have to do those types of things. I think they're very important because they help you understand what's to come. So for people giving it a low rank because of that is stupid.
Well, okay, that's just one part of what's happening.
I'm just saying that.
I understand that. That's one part. So then episode 4 came out. So episode 4, for those of you that are watching Jujutsu Kaisen, hopefully you're caught up, because if you're not, there's a spoiler. I'm just going to explain.
Spoiler, by the way.
I'm just going to spoil a very small thing.
Yuji's mom gets backshots.
So Maki,
you don't have to like go into detail.
Well, no, it's an episode centered around Maki and what her objective and what she wants to do. Basically, she wants to like finish something and be completely done with something.
That's so wrong.
Well, I'm not saying anything else. It's a Maki centered episode. There you go.
It's heavily
there was a lot of So the thing of this episode was There was, I think it's one of the highest rated episodes
9.8
just ever.
out of
It's
10.
9.8 out of 10 on IMDb or whatever use their ratings. And Japanese people were very upset at this episode because of a few things. So, first of all, animation looks great. Like, there's nothing wrong with the animation. It's just been top notch. The way that they portrayed one of the antagonists in the episode made him seem weaker than what he actually is. And the way that they portrayed Maki and who she was mirroring was done differently in the manga than in the anime. They did it very differently.
Side by side comparison, it was cool.
And then there was a part that happens that it really plays a homage. Like, if you watch Kill Bill, a lot of people are comparing it to Kill Bill.
Okay.
The reason also is because of what was playing, what kind of music was playing in the background as the fighting was happening. No. So anyway, a lot of people were upset. A lot of Japanese people were upset.
It's all longer.
They were upset at all this episode was action. The music didn't really set the tone of what was happening in the actual episode. They had, again, issues with how they're portraying some of the power of the antagonist at that time.
Which makes sense, because I remember people talking about like what she's doing and what's going on. Kind of, it's a big feat.
And so their biggest complaint was this is being catered just to the American audience, and all they want is just action, action, action. They don't
Animation.
Yeah, animation. They're not gonna. They don't appreciate anything else, and that's why they are.
True. They have a short.
And that's why they're saying it's the Americans' fault that episode 3 has the lowest one, because all they wanted was action but it was so important to understand what was going on, because this tells us what is going in the game, what is this game, what's at stake, and everyone needed to know that, not just like the viewers, but the sorcerers also need to understand what was going on.
Yeah,
because according to the Japanese people, that episode that got high rating, to them it wasn't that high when it comes to rating overall.
Now, and again, there's people that have talked about each side of this thing. I personally would say I think a 7.7 for an exposition episode is actually really high.
Oh yeah, just yeah.
That's. I mean, if it was like 23 minutes up, they're literally, that was all they're doing is they're explaining, and it is important. That's the thing, is it is important. You need to know it.
I agree with you. I think that's really good. Like, if doing all that and to just be like, oh, we're not doing any action. We're just telling you how things are going to be. This is what's going to happen, and it's just a talking episode. That's an amazing score.
And it was important.
No,
like
it is important.
It was important. Yeah, that's the whole thing. I don't think, but I mean, honestly, like, I don't think anyone would give this like an episode a 9. Like, I don't think anyone in their right mind would give an expedition episode a 9 out of 10. I wouldn't.
No,
I would have never do it like that.
Man.
Huh?
No.
Yeah.
No, I just feel like Paul's just siding with whatever the Japanese people said. He actually.
No,
He's
to
like,
be
"Wait, what
fair,
did Japanese
to be
people
fair,
say?" Oh,
I
yeah, me
haven't
too.
seen the episodes. I read the manga, so I know what goes on.
So
Right.
is my brother. Yeah.
Yeah, so I do feel like, I mean, this is a great example of like cultural differences, right? To one person, it might be great. To other people, it might not be great. Kind of the opposite. I also think the same thing will actually applies to My Hero Academia in the previous season, the one that was kind of slow. I think I do feel like, there's a lot of cultural difference and changes on that. So I think like going back to what I mentioned before, I think anime should cater and base in Japan, and people can just address it and enjoy it the way it's supposed to be, rather than cater everything to the American audience. It kind of bypass people who are actually.
No, but
creating
I
this
think
story.
it's like, if you like it, anime was a niche thing in the beginning, and so you liked it because it was niche and you understood the nicheness of it all. And now that it's become mainstream and they're trying to cater towards the Western stuff, and you're getting spoiled by everything, just fuck off and just try to learn it from their point of view. That's all I'm really saying. Just
looking from that perspective.
just look from their perspective. Like,
Take a shot, Javi.
Like, I'm learning, and this is me. And you know how I am with a lot of the Japanese culture, a lot of Nintendo bullshit. So it's like, if I'm saying,
Why do you have to bring Nintendo?
because fuck Nintendo, anyways. But like, it's like, if I'm really meaning it when I'm saying it, like, it just fuck off. Like, just understand it from what you're watching, and what you're watching, and just It's not for you to truly understand
Don't
one for
change
one.
what it is.
Just get an understanding of it and go on with it. Like, you're not going to be like, oh, I know the culture, I know this. I'm like, you're not some super weeb. If you're a super weeb, then you're going to do it, but you're not. You're just an average Joe Schmo. Just watch the show and enjoy yourself. That's it. And it's a shonen type of anime. There's no fucking deep. There's no depth in this. So, like, get off your high horse.
Yeah, so
it's like if it's a normie who wanted to watch the Monogatari series and they're like, I know the jokes. Huh, they're so funny. Huh. You don't know shit. Fuck off. So, like, just enjoy the show. Like, if they're gonna have an explanation episode, take it in for what it is, because it's explaining things to you. If the whole season's slow and it's explaining everything for the whole entire season, then yes, you can be upset.
Yeah,
but if it's
but
one
okay,
episode, just
let me tell you that. I'll ask you this:
Right.
Is a 7.7 a bad score for an exposition episode?
No.
Then
Well,
that's my point is that if people, like, I'm not going to rate it anything high. I think 7.7 is a great score for an exposition episode.
So I know where you're coming from. If Japan, what was Japan giving that score?
they don't rate it.
They don't rate things like
Okay,
that.
That's what I'm
fuck
saying. Like,
off.
exactly. See, that's my point.
Same
Like,
thing with Japan.
you're the
Japan,
one who
fuck
got for
off.
the-
If they want to
America,
rate
fuck
it, then
off.
go ahead. They can have
But,
polls that
but
can
you're
rate that.
going by the rating that's showing right now.
No, but
right?
he's giving.
No,
you
but
an
I'm saying,
example.
like, if you looked at it, let's look at a movie, and if a movie was a 7.7 out of 10, is that a bad movie?
It's an all right movie, yeah.
It's okay.
Would you? But it's
above
7.7.
average.
Would you watch it again? 7.7. Yeah. It's not a bad episode, but it's not like a great, like, it's not gonna be like, oh my gosh, this is a masterpiece. Let's put it a 9 or 10. I don't think
But I'm
that's what I don't
referring
understand.
to that particular episode because, like I mentioned to you, like the next episode 4, we got a 9.8 in America.
Mm-hmm.
To the Japanese audience, is not worth that high.
Yeah, but here's my thing. Like, if this rating, which again only affects Americans, is like, why are they so hurt about that?
Why are they bent out of
like,
shape?
Like, there's all these polls.
think they're
Let's look
hurt.
at these.
should be
They're
shocked.
hurt.
But they shocked.
No, I think they're hurt.
shocked.
They're hurt.
They're upset about it. Because
I think
why,
they're hurt.
Why else would they not? Why else would they be talking about it and
No,
saying,
that's
"Oh,
true.
they changed it," because like they're butthurt about it. But
Like I said, like, what? We looked at like the 100 like greatest like animes ever, right? I think number 1 and number 2 was like the Tiger and Bunny,
Tiger and Bunny was number 1.
yeah, or something like that. And I was like, and I can't even remember watching more than
You
one
were
episode.
upset. You were upset.
Yeah, but I'm not going out there saying, I can't believe Tiger and Bunny. I was just
You were
like,
close.
whoa, no. Who would I say that to?
You were complaining to us a while.
I was complaining because I was like, I'd never heard of it. I was like, okay,
I
cool. If you
remember
guys,
it.
if you guys want to watch, if you guys think it's that high, cool. Like, but that's not going to affect me personally. Like, I'm still going to say, well, I think this is better.
Well, but the point about this is because of this and because of the deal, it's going to affect anime differently. And
this
that's
is
going
the
to
problem.
take a different
If-
take because they're going to cater everything to just the global audiences.
But this, this goes back to what we've always talked about, right? Nintendo does. Now here's a great example. Nintendo only does things because they know they will get money. They put the least amount of effort because they know that they will make money for it. Pokemon, right? And I know Javi loves it, and it's not like a bad game, but how much that they put into like how to make the game compared to other ones, and so many shortcuts that they made. They did it because like we can make the most profit still, cut corners here, and people are still going to love it because we're giving them some new stuff. And so my whole thing is, well, if we're going to look at this from a profitable perspective, because you love perspectives, it is more profitable for them to cater to their foreign fans.
See, he just told you to fuck
Because
off the right way.
just looking at
Perspective.
just looking at who, and again, this is where I get confused.
Okay.
Because Japan has told me this. You have told me this. Like, Japan, for whatever reason, I don't know how much has changed in the past 20 years, but they are like still anime is kind of like not everyone is a big fan of it.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
For some reason, they're more okay with the manga, the actual source material.
Yeah.
But if it comes to an anime, they're like, I don't watch that stuff. So there's people like that, right?
Yeah.
There's still a big distinction on that.
Sure.
That's not a lot like that here. So, like, if you were to compare how many fans are in Japan versus how many fans are in the U.S., just the U.S. alone, I'm pretty sure those fans overshadow what's in Japan. So again, if we're looking at this from just a pure profit perspective, it would make sense to cater to them because they're going to bring in more revenue.
True.
Now, would they have more? Now, would they have more like hate in their actual country that they're in? For sure. Mm-hmm. But again, so that's where like I'm kind of confused. Like, there are companies that will that will take those like and just profit perspective, and other ones that will not do it and they'll just do it because I'm Japanese, my background is Japanese, my audience who I write to are Japanese. If other people like it, cool, I accept them and I want them to accept them. But if they don't, that's not who I'm catering to. It's going to be to my Japanese people.
Yeah.
And so I think it's going to be more right now. It's going to be a moral decision. They're going to be like, okay, well, we have this deal with Netflix that has 325 million subscribers. Are we going to still stick to our roots and show them this is what Japan really is? This is the great stuff we can offer. Or are they going to go, well, now that we have a bigger audience, let's see, we're going to give them what they like.
What? Okay.
So there's that thing. I wonder what's going to happen because you can't look at it as a bad thing, but it could be
a good thing
that they see it as, no, we're going to show them what really, like, what Japan has to offer.
See, this is where having a girlfriend changes. You're a new man. It opened your perspective.
I know.
No, but you make a point though. I do feel like, yeah, you are right. That I do hope that when it comes to releasing a story, they don't. I don't know. I think there's some.
Don't alter it too much to the original material. Keep
unique
keep
about what
grounded.
People love anime and manga because it is based on Japan. To what point they're able to globalize it, I think that's where it gets kind of tricky. Because if they were to just cater to American audience,
or
it will stop being anime itself. It will be something else. It will be like American animation. Anyways, Shark, you had something to say. Didn't you?
No, I'm just saying, like, you're saying that, and that, like, stories don't necessarily have to cater to anyone. Like, they're just people that just tell stories. Like, when you're writing a book, are you necessarily writing it to a certain amount of people? Sometimes, but not always. The same thing with, like, certain things, like, again, maybe this is a bad example, but, like, who's Avatar, like, The Last Airbender written for?
The American
Kids?
children.
I just say children, yeah.
It doesn't necessarily say, it's only Western children. Like, it can be for anything. And you're the one that's always, like, you really brought it up last week how, like, anime or the Oscars can't not or be ignoring anime. But
yeah, if
anime is only going to be catering to Japanese, why should the Oscars care about anime at all? It's a Western award, so why are they don't care about it?
You make a good point on that too. Because talking about that, an update on that, they announced the nominees for all the Oscars. It's coming up in March. Obviously, surprise, anime did not make it, which is it's annoying.
It's stupid.
But if it's from Eastern culture, then it shouldn't be there at all.
But see, you make a good point because I was thinking not only about anime. There's a lot of international films, especially some films in like Asia.
America
Korea.
#1. Fuck the Asians.
They never actually like. There's a movie called No Other Choice, which is like one of the biggest movies that have been released in Korea, and I actually seen it, and it's a really good movie. But it never got a nomination.
Has it not just gotten like traction? Like what was the one where the people are inside the people's houses?
Parasite.
Yeah, is it not getting traction like Parasite? Because if it's not, then it's not going to touch anything in the end.
Traction, but not to the point that people were expecting.
Then it's not big.
Which is really sad. No, because
but it's true. It's not big. If it's not like getting traction in the U.S., it's not big.
But he's technically not lying.
The U.S. literally controls how popular things can be a majority of the time.
It's true.
I think
so. If it doesn't make its way in different anywhere in America and it's not rolling, then. But in a sense, in a nice way, nobody cares.
You
about
may
it.
say that, but there's a lot of other international films that people have never heard that are actually being nominated for the Oscars.
Yeah, but if it's not in the U.S., it's not. If it's not part of like, if it's not getting traction in the U.S., it's really not important.
But those movies,
I understand what you mean,
right?
But I'm saying it's not important.
See, I will at least be happy with like a best international film,
but it's not as popular.
There's other films that I never heard before that never got traction in America, but they're still nominated for Oscars.
I think I wish Boricua Senpai was it because he is a very big like anti awards.
Sure.
He thinks they're all rigged and they're all like this, and I think the Oscars are they're like snobby in a few things.
They're snobby in one way is the people who are going are like the people who choose the films that are going to be selected. Some of them don't even bother to watch the fucking films.
Well, they changed that.
I know. I'm saying back then, like this is what's absurd is
now they actually made it a rule. You have to watch
but that's absurd.
That's a rule. They changed the rule.
They changed this recently, and how long have the Oscars been around?
Have been going for
90, 80
years,
something?
80
No,
years?
80 something years.
Okay, almost 100 years, and now they're finally putting into effect that you have to watch the films that you're going to be putting into the categories of being selected. Like, that's kind of stupid, because now it's just like, oh, my friend was in this film, so let's put this film in here.
friend.
Or people are saying this film's pretty good. Okay, let's watch it.
Javi was
You
not in
know
those
what?
movies.
It was pretty good.
Well,
Give
I
it
would win
claps.
that offer.
It's like, how about you watch the films and see, oh, I actually do like these films that people requested to us to put in. It's like that. If that's your whole job for the whole year, fucking do your job.
But okay, what really pisses me off? Well, I'm kind of happy, kind of sad. At least K-pop Demon Hunters got nominations for the best song and the best animated movie.
Yeah.
But the thing that bothers me about the most, when it comes to best animated movie, K-pop Demon Hunters is competing with mostly American movies. And one of those movies that was also nominated was Elio. Which
What?
Elio.
What?
Of all the movies that you
What's
actually
Elio?
Exactly. Exactly.
It's a Pixar movie. It came
It did
out a while
horrible.
ago. It did horrible.
Oh, the kid the kid that wants to go to space.
Yeah.
Yeah, the movie was fucking ass. I saw like 20 minutes of it, and
It wasn't like it wasn't
a bad movie.
bad,
Yeah,
but
it wasn't
I
a
don't
bad
think
movie.
it's Oscar
But
worthy.
yeah, like I said, really? I mean, look, they had Chainsaw Man the movie, which was actually a legit movie, and people really like it. They have Demon Slayer, which I know a lot of people are going to complain about that because it's not technically a movie, but still it made
No,
a
it's
lot of
technically
money.
a movie.
No, it is a movie.
It's just
I don't think it should be a
how
movie.
it's
That's
paced
different.
is not good for a movie.
Yeah, that's a whole other conversation.
kinda
But yeah,
makes
it's still a
me
movie.
sad
It's a movie, it's a
but
movie.
it never got like at least recognized
Good.
when it comes to all of this stuff, because there's a lot of anime movies that are really great. That are really great stories that I think better than America,
But you got to put into this
but they don't
too.
actually recognize
Those movies, I'm going to assume Chainsaw Man and Demon Slayer. Obviously, with Demon Slayer, I knew those, but I don't know anything about Chainsaw Man because I've never watched it. But the Chainsaw Man movie, is that an original story, or is that
It's a story.
an arc?
It's part of
It's an
arc.
entire arc.
Okay.
But
So
it's
you
a
need
short arc for it
but
to happen.
You need to understand. You need to know what's going on in order to be involved in those films. Whereas, like, bad example, Elio is its own film. It's standalone. There's nothing to it. You don't need to know anything beforehand. You don't need to know after. There's no lore. It's just the film you're watching, and that's it. Whereas Chainsaw Man, you need to know about this. You need to know about that.
But that would- but I would-
say the same thing. So it's like,
I would
that's my
argue.
argument.
I would argue then that would make any sequel to any movie not
More-
because then you are
Good.
required to watch.
good.
So Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship, the Return of the King, Two Towers, they would not be eligible then because like
If
but you have to
you've
watch
watched
them.
it.
No,
I'm saying
no.
if you've watched
but
it.
no, but no, because
I-
you still have to do something to understand what's going on in the
I
movie.
know,
Return of
and,
the
and
King.
I agree with you. I'm
But
saying
but I'm saying like it. But that's why like
You know
that
why?
shouldn't be a
But
requisite.
now- So you're gonna watch something you don't have any idea what's going on, and you're just like, oh, this is a pretty film.
I mean, if it were to be a movie by itself that is well written, you don't have to. At least he will tell you like a picture.
Demon
of the
Slayer
story.
was not well written for that movie. That was not a well written movie to just be a
Well,
standalone.
you can argue that perhaps that was more catered to a different audience.
Chainsaw Man, I don't know.
Not to
nothing
mention
about it.
they're
I can't say
adapting like
anything.
a real like a manga part into a movie. Chainsaw Man,
I don't know.
I
Anything.
gotta
I
say,
can't argue with that.
from beginning to end, it's a cohesive movie. I talk to friends that have never seen Chainsaw Man and they actually enjoy it. So, I mean, it's kind of interesting how like everything is addressed when it comes to the movies industry and how things are being catered differently. It's weird that there are some movies like Your Name, which could have won so many awards,
They should have won this.
but Oscar says, no, we don't do that here.
Yeah, see that.
But then,
that one should have gotten.
But then
some.
there's an American company that wants to remake Your Name with using.
I'm pretty sure they might get Oscar nominated for that because
Didn't your name lose to like Toy Story 4 or some bullshit.
They
like
didn't
that?
get no. So
Or not nominated.
they applied to get it reviewed and to be Oscar nominated, but most of them didn't even watch it. They just said like, nah.
That's so dumb.
So
Yeah.
that's again. So now like
should watch
because
it.
they have to watch, but the thing is before they would nominate movies that they never even watched, right? So now they have to watch the movies that they will say,
Good.
I nominate this movie.
That's what I'm saying.
But now still anime is still not going to be nominated
its
because
own
they're not going to
category.
watch it. But again, there's
They
foreign
want to.
film.
But
There's
yeah,
foreign
yeah,
film.
yeah,
If they're
But
able to
even then,
recognize
foreign film is completely
films and foreign movies.
Yeah.
They should at least recognize this, and I do hope. Perhaps maybe it's the issue because they don't cater to the global audience. Maybe that's the reason why. Maybe that's how it will solve the problem.
But it's probably because it's like Japan should stick to Japan, and the U.S. tells Japan to fuck off by doing that. So it works. Because you're saying that Japan doesn't want to cater to the Western audience, so that they're like, okay, you don't want to cater. Okay, the Oscars like, hey,
That's fine. You just won't win any Oscars.
and then there you go. See, you can't complain about it anymore.
And I don't really follow any shows at all or award ceremony things like that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, does Japan not have like anime of the year and stuff like that?
Do they have like an award show?
No.
That's not them then.
No, they don't.
They can't pat themselves on the back.
That makes it so fun. Be like, we don't have awards here. We don't have grading systems. America gave it a 7.7. How dare they?
Well, I feel this much. People
Yeah.
go to watch movies that they really like.
I know they
like,
do.
That's what like.
But how about they just get an award
And
show?
you can see the box office.
You know that meme of like Obama giving himself the Medal of Honor or some bullshit?
That meme,
Japan
yeah.
could be the same thing. Oh, that Demon Slayer movie was really good, huh? Here's the award. Like, get out of here, bro. Like, if they don't have their own award show, that's on them.
No,
that's
no,
literally,
but
that's
here's the
literally
thing.
that video of that picture of that guy where he shoots his buddy. He's like, what did you do? It's like Japan's like, we got snuffed again. Ooh, but we can make our own. Nah.
No, but it goes again where I was saying when it comes to some of the movies, like most of the movies that Japan releases are awarded by other countries. Like if you go to Cannes Festival, Palme
So they're
d'Or,
lazy.
all the other festivals in which they showcase those movies competing with
Hello.
other international movies, and that's when it makes the decision to win.
So you're telling me they're lazy. They don't want to make an award show.
Well,
I
who
don't
does
I
that?
don't know
It's very
that I don't know that culture like why they don't do. They do have like some.
Well, you can understand like
They have,
Hollywood,
they have,
America.
they have
is
more.
the-
I think they like more
other-
like voting.
other-
Like I've seen a lot of polls, especially like in magazines about different things, not even just anime or manga, but just tons of different things. Like there was one a few years back where they did a vote of the best game, like best game of a certain year. And one of them that won was the Yokai Watch,
Yokai
4 or
Watch
whatever,
2 or something like
2 or
that.
something like that. And it was like one of the worst games ever. But for whatever reason, it won Game of the Year because it was voted as Game of the Year.
But primarily they go by polls.
So you're telling
There's
me
no
they're
award.
bad at judgment.
I mean,
they're bad
I
at
think-
No, they're not judging. That's the thing.
They have bad
They're not
opinions.
judging.
They
No,
have bad takes.
I tell you this much: the most awards that they get when it comes to anime are the Anime Awards.
Okay,
Because
then there
they're
you
the
go.
only
Why are
ones
they
that
crying
recognize
now?
that.
Then why are they crying? Just wait for the Anime Awards.
They get recognized.
Go.
But you
Pat
have
on
to
the back.
understand it's being recognized between the anime community lovers. But I'm talking about when it comes to some movies.
So what else do they want?
They want
It's not that they
want
want-
the hype. They want the mainstream
It's
thing
not
that
they
they're
want.
arguing against.
I think what I'm trying to say is like I think when it comes to if it is a good movie, it should be recognized globally. And that's my point I'm trying to make. Even if we know where to be anime, it could be live action or whatever it may be. If it is something that's really good, people should be able to recognize it in other countries. And especially America. The reason America is because this is where Hollywood started, right? You know, we have California. Everything was based in here. And getting that nomination from like to a country that's not a place in which they develop movies, it's something that they can actually claim. And I was hoping, especially when it comes to the Oscars, to be able to recognize that to a global community. I feel to other countries, it's a very important thing. So
But what? Okay, but why?
why? Because it definitely tells you that people who basically created a community of movies in America are able to recognize other countries that are made outside of America into something that can actually be enjoyable for all the audiences by many different critics and all. So
But that's not what the Oscars are for,
it should be.
right?
Yeah, I think
Well,
there's a
yeah,
lot
I
of
know.
there's a lot of drama. There's a lot of like changes. I do hope it's changing for the better though. There's more diversity. Like
Are you just asking for this to go mainstream? Pretty much. Are you wanting Japan to cater to the Western audience? Because that's what it sounds like.
I don't want it to cater. I want to be recognized.
But that's the Oscars.
Well, when I feel cater,
I
I
feel
feel
like
like they should like okay.
what
Let me
I-
just change all of this so I can receive the glory, and that shouldn't be the case. They should be able to present what it is from their cultural background and still have the recognition globally. And I mean, there's a lot of great movies. Not only in Japan, America itself has made a lot of great movies. Like for instance, Sinners. That also got nominated, had the most nominations, have 14 nominations.
Yeah, it's gonna be a sweep.
It actually beat the previous record holder, which was Titanic. And Titanic, whether you like it or not, it is a good movie. James Cameron, once again, he delivers. So Sinners, they talk about diversity. They talk about like
and it's a
culture,
rated R
race.
movie.
I mean, it has a lot of different things.
No, like rated R movies don't ever really get that kind of
I know,
recognition.
yeah.
So that's saying a lot.
Yeah, so like say if that can happen with movies like this for a minority, which is what's his name, Ryan Coogler's and Michael B. Jordan.
Uh-huh.
Why not other countries? Why not? Like I think they deserve to have some recognition as well. So
I agree with you partially, but what I'm struggling with you is that you're saying that no, they shouldn't change it to mainstream media, but I want them to win mainstream media awards.
well, yes,
Like you can't have it both ways. Like it's fine. Like if people are thinking they want to keep anime, like if they were to target a Western audience or a global audience, then that would be like selling out, and that wouldn't make it anime anymore. Then, I mean, you can't complain about doing it one way and then not getting the awards from a different way. Like
Shark King, are you saying I can't have my cake and eat it too?
yeah, like and again, like it's not like they're saying that no one ever wants to award the anime stuff, but it's like there's anime awards whether it's not in Japan or not. Like there's awards for it, but like
well, I tell you this much.
it's just not accepted in the Oscars, and it's like
Well, I tell you this
it's
much.
not like the best or the worst thing in the world. Like if it's not accepted at the Oscars, so what if an anime never wins an Oscar?
Well,
Like that doesn't mean does that
No,
mean
that
anime
doesn't
isn't good or discredit it? Like
you're
it's
right.
fine. Like
You're right. And it shouldn't be just the awards itself, but because I don't know, I think Oscars carry it's like the biggest title you can get for a movie.
Yeah,
Regardless of what you
Godzilla
make.
got it.
Right? And Godzilla got
Like
it.
a gold medal.
And they celebrated big time, right?
Yeah,
They did their own thing. They didn't have to cater
because
to the
it
American
brought
audience.
the hype.
Exactly.
That's
so,
different. You got to bring the hype to be nominated. If you don't bring the hype, you ain't getting nominated.
I guess here's the thing. Just to kind of close this out.
Sure.
I guess thinking about Godzilla. So Godzilla is a known
IP.
entity, right?
Yeah.
IP
He's
that
been
for a
like
long
70
time.
years, 70 plus years.
But again, this Godzilla minus one was, it was in a limited screening in the U.S. Right?
Yeah,
And in that limited screening, like it was limited, even less than Infinity Slayer, huh?
yeah.
Didn't
a
it
lot
make
less.
more? Didn't
No,
it make
made
more
less.
money than Japan's film run?
don't know about
I
that.
think it did because either way it made such a huge impact in and not being dubbed at least at this
Yeah,
point.
subtitles.
Yeah, and so people were like, "Let's go watch this." So it's like it's not for whatever reason. Like then they're okay with Japan and their films just
Not
when
all
it's
the films.
when it's animated. This has
no.
always been a thing with people. And let's just go with cartoons. Anything that's actually drawn or animated, they automatically think this is a children's thing. And so, but for whatever reason, they're like, oh, but this is children. But also it's anime. So it's like, well, no, we're not gonna look into that. And again, like, I would love for them to win some award. I think they get a lot. Like I think what Shark King was saying, they do get a lot of recognition, money wise. We've seen how much anime has taken over just overall
Sure.
the media and people. Like again, if 20 years ago, like you had these freaky people that would wear the Naruto bands at school. I who now I'm making a podcast about anime. If I looked at them at 20 years ago when I was in high school, I'd be like, freaking nerds, what are you guys doing here wearing a Naruto thing and shouting Kagebushi no Jutsu or Shadow Clone Jutsu or like or Databayo or something? I'd be like, dude, these guys are freaking freaks, man. But like, I mean, would I still do that now if I were in high school now?
Yes.
No, I would not do that. But again, I'd be but then
doing it with him.
you'd be leading it. Yeah, you don't give me that crap. You would not be leading it.
And yeah, continue with your point.
Anyway, the point is, I mean, I think eventually they'll make a mark that no one will be able to ignore.
Well, they already have.
I don't think they have because otherwise the Oscars would not ignore them.
Well, and that's the thing. That's my point I'm trying to make. This particular year, I feel like the anime has become more of a global thing, but it hasn't get to the point of the Oscars being able to recognize this. Now, in comparison, and this is something that I really want to root for, K-pop Demon Hunters. K-pop Demon Hunters, they were basically able to create their own thing. It was telling a story using Korean elements, Korean culture, and look what I got. And I do want to support that movie to win. I would be really sad if that actual movie did not win the award.
I mean, I would argue that the reason also why it became also big is also because of the boost and the popularity of K-pop within the last 10 years.
Right.
That was like, if K-pop Partners were to come out in 2013 or 2011, I don't think it would have gotten as much traction.
And it got to the point, like, even Sony itself, we don't want this movie. Here, Netflix, just release it.
Yeah. But again, I still don't think it would have been that big had it come out 2011 before the huge. But again, so I think K-pop is what made it huge.
Okay, going with that, you can also say about anime too. Anime was big before. Like, there's a lot of stuff that, well, in the past 5 years per se, but already been, I think it has gotten more than K-pop in the past. But
here's the thing: where else is there this impact? Like I said, if this huge influx of anime, if let's just say that anime songs were now charting on the Billboard Hot 100 just like K-pop songs are, I think that at that point no one will be able to ignore what influence anime has, because now even something that's not even specifically about the anime itself, but it is tied to, because it's an opening or an ending or something like that. At that point, you're seeing all these fans, they're making these songs be on the top Hot 100 of America. I think at that point, no one will be able to. Well, I'm just trying to think of another side of media that it's gonna explode. Right now, it's on Crunchyroll, it is on Netflix, right? That it's blowing up. But again, if it invades or if it conquers another
like films.
well, again, it hasn't.
Right, that's what.
But again, I think music is the easiest way, because again, music.
I would say that, but even in the past, there have many attempts to bring Japanese music into the American market. Many years ago, none of them have actually make it.
Right.
Until I could probably say the biggest thing that I could probably know, apart from Pineapple Apple Pen, will be the Idol song. Right,
but I'm saying, like, if those songs were able to chart on the Billboard Hot 100. Not like K-pop has. So like Yoasobi. So let's just take random. Let's take Gangnam Style, right? That went up to number 2.
Sure.
And Gentleman, I think, came up in the top 10.
Sure.
Right. You have K-pop Demon Hunters because of Blackpink, because of Twice, and even though not technically K-pop, Cat's Eye, like all of those groups is what helped propel to have all the songs from K-pop Demon Hunters that has mostly English but does have Korean words or Korean verses in it and part of it, able to get to the number 1 spot.
Yes,
I'm going to say that
because I would feel like this particular movie is just bringing the Korean culture into a movie, regardless of like all the musics or something.
No, but you do okay,
because,
but
K-pop is basically part of that Korean culture,
right? But I wouldn't think that if it wasn't for BTS, for all these other groups already being popular, that this wouldn't have propelled this movie to the status that it is. I think if you take away K-pop and what its impact is made to the music industry, this movie doesn't do nowhere near as good as it does. I don't think it will. I don't think it would have.
Perhaps.
But again, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think if Japan or if anime in another category is able to conquer something, again, films could be, but again, film and animation or film and TV. Film and TV, I think, is like almost like grouped together. Almost. And it would have to be something else. It could be. I mean, some people would argue Pokemon cards, but that's not like that's just Pokemon card. That's his own thing. It would have to be something else.
I think it's already there. It's like people don't want to let them in, and that's the thing. Well, especially the film critics, the film community. They don't want to accept that there are actually good stories.
I think you should just do what Buriko Senpai does and just boycott it. Just don't care about it because.
Yeah.
No,
I don't.
Yeah, do Shark King. Do what Shark King does. Don't care.
I'll watch what I want to watch. Don't tell me what to watch. I don't need an award show to tell me what movies are good or bad.
True.
But sadly, you won't know until the action. Oh, well, there you go. You got now. Like you have friends that can tell you what's going on when it comes to all of that.
But anyway, let's move on. because we could talk about that for a long time.
Asleep to that.
Wake up. Wake up.
1986 was a monumental year that changed the lives of millions of people
Digimon.
because it was the year that Dragon Ball started.
1996?
1986.
1986.
Okay,
Get your ears clean, boy.
The 40th anniversary of the start of Dragon Ball is this year.
Is it tomorrow?
So, yes. So, well,
And you
for
won't get
us, tomorrow.
6
It's
p.m.
already happening.
6 p.m. our time.
So, it's us tomorrow. For them, it's Sunday. So, yeah, either way, it's going to be on the 25th. So, they're going to have an in-person event with a lot of exhibitions. They are going to have the... Let me see. They're going to have Masako Nozawa be an announcer for one of the for this new event or this event exhibition. So people are speculating, well, what's going to happen for the 40th anniversary? We had Daima last year, 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
And so
it was last year.
That was last year, yeah.
The beginning of last year was the end of the season,
Yeah.
series.
So now it's like, what do you think is going to happen? What are they going to show here? Because it is the 4th anniversary. We do know that.
I really don't have any high hopes
Well, they're
because
gonna
I've been
show-
blue balled so many times. I
You guys
want,
have your
I want
your hopes
a
are
series,
really high.
but I don't trust in anything. The only thing I can say that I can say that is a possibility is
A movie?
Sean Schemmel was doing a stream and he was talking about
A remake for Super?
the Super remake and the dubbing he was doing. Basically committed.
He talked about it.
Yeah,
There's
he did
videos
talk
and
about
it kind of
I
sounded
even
like
saw
he
that.
confirmed it. And so people were like, are you shitting me? People were pissed. Like, so we're not getting Mortal to like 2030. People are saying. I'm like, I don't know, but if that's the case, that sucks. But I wish, I don't know.
Keep your expectation low.
I look.
That's
All
what
I
I'm
would
saying.
want is maybe another game that isn't the Dota style game that they're releasing. Maybe they're probably going to show Goku Super Saiyan 4 for Dragon Ball Fighters, because he comes out next month. I would like another game, and then
Wait,
maybe another
didn't we
movie.
get the Tenkaichi?
Tenkaichi came out last year.
Yeah, exactly. We just got it. What do we need another?
They have to but I think they're. I can't remember what the Dragon Ball thing
Maybe
was.
just a
They have
DLC.
they have to release a game every year.
Why?
I don't know
That
if
was
it's a
the
contract.
contract.
There
There
was
was a contract with
something.
somebody. Yeah.
There was something
Yeah,
that
they have to
it
release
doesn't
a
have to
game
be
every
like it doesn't have to be like a
doesn't have to be a
triple A
main-
game or
Okay.
or
Game.
quadruple, but it has to be a game.
Dragon Ball, a training card game. That's it.
They already have that.
They had the
They have
Dokkan-
Dragon Ball Heroes.
They have
Remake of the-
Dokkan. They have Dokkan Battle. They have Legends. They have Fighters. They have like all that stuff.
Didn't they say they're gonna have another Dragon Ball movie announced?
So
No,
that
I
is
don't know.
that is
I don't
that
know.
is the rumor that a movie is going to be announced for next year.
All right.
I mean, it's long overdue. The other one I really wanted, I hope. I mean, I'm keeping my expectations low.
GT.
But fudge GT
4K.
Is that they announced the official return of the Super manga.
Okay.
That's my biggest thing that I want. I would love for them to keep going with the Super anime or something. Or my actual wish would be like something after Z that is not GT.
I mean, I gotta say,
I know.
I
And
watched
that's
Daima, and after
Dragon
that, I
Ball
don't
Z
wa-
2.
Electric
Goku
Boogaloo.
I watched Daima,
Daima had a lot of.
and people like, yes, this is canon. This is part of the story. And like,
Daima
really?
had a lot of questionable decisions
There was
made.
more questions than answers.
So like it was cool. Like it was, oh, this is a cool thing. Like if I take away that Super already happened, if I take away everything I know, and this was a short little cool story, and the movies never happened, like Battle of Gods, and that didn't happen. That's cool. I'm cool for it. But since I already know
But
all that stuff happened, and it's like, nope, I hate this.
I'll say this: it's to me. I think I've said this before. It's just a cool little adventure that we got. This was the last thing Toriyama we know of that he released to the public, and for him to have been involved with an anime, because he was never an anime guy. He didn't care. He just did it. The only thing he was involved with anime before was just creating designs for characters they wanted, and that was it. For him to be so involved, I'm like, this is cool, because this is his only time that he was very involved with an anime, and so I appreciate Daima for what that is.
But objectively speaking, was Daima good?
It was all right. I think it was a fun ride, but it wasn't great. It was a fun ride. I'll say that much.
yeah, I think
That
that
wasn't very long, right?
It was 20 episodes, I believe.
19 or 20 episodes, yeah.
And they confirmed Dragon Ball Super Goku for canon.
4 canon, yeah. And Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta.
It just doesn't. I knew he threw it in there just for kicks and giggles. I swear that's what he did it for. Because the thing is, okay, I know that he never. If I remember correctly, Toriyama himself never retconned the Potara earrings and what they do. He never did that. As far as I understand, I could be wrong, because that part in the Super anime was something that Toei did, because Vegito Blue was not in Toyotaro's Super manga when they were in the Goku Black arc. So as far as I understand it, that was never canon. However, what he did do was, for whatever reason, he defused Kibito and Supreme Kai, which he himself, though, wrote Battle of Gods, where they're still fused together, and he wrote it in there that, there are these fusion bugs that would probably put Kibito and Supreme Kai together again, and he never does it. He doesn't explain why Super Saiyan 4 is done in the underworld, in the demon world, but it can't be done now. There's no explanation on that. It's cool that they explain.
It's a little adventure.
If they explain,
it's its own little adventure.
Yeah, I know.
You don't need to
all
ask
they could have
for
done
that.
is be like, why can't I access Super Saiyan 4 now? Be like, well, in the demon world, you have something that allowed me to take that energy and make you go into that transformation. So if you're not in the demon world, you can't have access to it. That I would have been okay with. Just even a small little thing said there, boom, done. But they didn't. So it's like it just makes it more of a mess.
Yep. And that's the thing that I'm trying to say. Going back to what I mentioned, I'm gonna re-quote my quote from last time: "Don't milk the horse." Or don't milk the cow too much.
Why you keep saying, what's with you and the horse?
What, dude, that's good. What if you're milking a horse, dude? You're doing a lot of things wrong. I'm just telling you right now.
You get on the horse, you eat the horse, but you don't milk a horse.
It reminds me of a meme that I sent to us. I'll share with you guys later. But anyways, I think they're just being able to. They want to take advantage of the franchise as much as possible. Mm-hmm. And realistically speaking, I think it's doing more damage than taking and protecting the legacy of what Dragon Ball is. I love Dragon Ball.
I'm not gonna listen to you because you watch One Piece, so I refuse to excuse
One Piece is also a good show.
Shut up.
Not a good show. It's a
great show.
Manga's better. The show is not.
No,
that great.
but I'm telling you,
has great moments, but not a great show.
Because they were trying to fit so many things, they wrote themselves into a corner that all of the plot and all the inconsistencies have changed quite a bit. That it's a big mess.
I think it's because Toriyama, I think because of his legacy, everyone who heard what his ideas were, they were just saying, that's great, let's do it. They didn't want to correct him. I think that's what it was.
Japan is only full of yes men.
They're like, this is Toriyama Sensei, he's telling us this, we have to do it. And someone's like, but what about this? Like, no, it doesn't matter. We're writing this.
Well, have you considered that it's not only Toriyama's decision, that there's also Toei Animation involved making those decisions? Yeah,
that is also possible. But again, and all this, like, they knew that they were doing everything that they themselves, the Toei Animation, had established as their quote unquote anime canon, and now they just mess it all up.
And then there's that mess there, and there's the manga, which has two.
It's a different continuities, which again is fine. I don't care,
but it's confusing though. Don't you agree? It's somebody who's jumping into like Dragon Ball, like, okay, which one should I read? Should I read this? Should I read that? Or should I watch this? Right? And I mean, I hope they announce something cool. I think it would be cool if they announce some kind of special episode or something with a collaboration. If they were to pull more stories, I think they should stop. They should fix what they currently have in order to continue forward. That's my take on that.
Yeah, we'll see.
But I could be wrong. I mean, maybe they show like whatever you want. Here, David, this is your anime that you wanted.
Anyway, yeah. Well, anyway, let's keep moving on here. I did have a few other things, but I think
I have two things I want to mention. Really quick. Okay,
because I want to talk something with Shark King about.
Yes, that's one of the things. Oh, okay. I'm gonna start with the hate first. Okay,
you guys go first.
Okay. First of all,
bring your hate out. You always have hate, Paul. Just get it out.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna complain about this because I'm not a big complainer on Nintendo, but this time I'm actually gonna complain.
Oh yeah, let's go.
All right. So Nintendo recently released a talking flower that you can actually buy, and it will be your companion. And if you press a button, it will talk. You can sync it as an alarm. But anyways, it's just a toy that just talks, and it's a flower.
For their 40th anniversary, that's the first thing they do. They
For Mario.
announce you for Super Mario Brothers Wonder from that game.
Which, when I first saw this, I'm like, this can't be real. I think it's just the dumbest thing ever. I love Nintendo. I like what they released, but some of the stuff is just ridiculous, and that's one of the biggest complaints. With that being said, I'm gonna make people happy. They released one of the trailers, 2 trailers a couple of days ago. You can talk about the second one. The first one that I really want to talk is the trailer of Masters of the Universe, which, if you guys didn't grow up with He-Man and Masters of the Universe, the anime or cartoon, is one of the...
Oh, now you're getting it mixed up.
Look what's going now.
This is one of the cartoons that I actually grew up with. And I'm really excited when I saw the trailer. It looks interesting. They had a movie in the 80s, which is horrible. But now they're trying to make things right. I do hope. There's a lot of great things that brought along nostalgia. And people that really care about this franchise, they should really look into this because it's amazing. The bad part is that they cast Jared Leto as
A Skeletor.
Skeletor. But in the trailer, you don't see his face, and he looks awesome. Maybe because that's the reason why.
I mean, if you don't see his face, and you just hear his voice, I think you'd be okay. You wouldn't be too hard pressed. I think you'd be all right.
Yeah.
Unless they give him more screen time than he needs, but that's about it.
Alison Brie is also in that movie. I don't know if you saw that.
Nah, dude, I saw that.
So like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Say that again?
She's Captain Marvel.
Oh, what?
No, correction. Brie
Oh,
Larson.
Alison Brie. Sorry.
Yes, you
Alison Brie. She's in Community.
Community. Yes.
The brunette?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
She's Annie.
Are you okay?
We don't sexualize her. She's young. Huh?
She looks kind of
Are
goofy.
you
I don't
okay?
understand that reference.
Annie, are you okay?
Oh,
Are you okay, Annie?
Are you okay, Annie? You suck, bro.
Look at
You guys
Michael
are
Jackson
dumb.
fan right here.
How
Get
am
out
I
here.
dumb?
Revoke
I
his
said
Michael Jackson
so.
card. Yeah.
Hey, I don't want that Michael Jackson card, okay? Great singer. I don't want that card on me, though.
All right. That's my rant. Thanks so much.
All right, before we go
You
into...
can talk about the other one.
Okay, we have a few more things. So, first thing is, we're going to get another Nintendo Direct this Saturday. For games, nope. We're getting another trailer for the Super Mario Brothers movie, Galaxy.
Oh, cool.
I don't know why we need a Nintendo Direct for it. It's just...
Yeah. They're out of ideas. They just need to do something.
All they need to do is just announce it, just say the trailer, and then boom. Because that's all the Direct's going to be about.
You know what they could do? And this would just make the movie just more hype, and people just be like, $1 billion film. $1 billion film. All they got to do is like, maybe it'll have like something smashing worth watching, and then that's it.
Smashing?
And that's it. That's all he had to say. And then people would just be like,
all I hear when you say this is Nigel from the Wild Thornberries. It's a smashing.
yeah. But like that would be literally the only thing that would make that film $1 billion film.
That's already making money.
If they were to be like, oh yeah, this is the start of the Smash universe.
Nah, they shouldn't.
I'd throw up if I heard that tomorrow.
I would love that, but that's not going to happen.
I know. But I'm saying there's no reason for a direct.
Smashing.
Think of the Nintendo Direct as the Nintendo Corner where they announce their news.
No,
I think that's
it's just for a movie. No, I think they probably. You know what would be funny is if they had like a contract with like the higher ups where like they need to release a direct every month, and they're like, oh shit, it's January. We didn't release a direct. We need to do one. What do we have? Oh, Mario. But we don't have a Mario game. It's like, no, the movie. Like, just make it direct. Like, add all the voice actors going to be in it. Add the Japanese voice actors, and then say like, oh, this is the music arranged by the person who did the original Mario Galaxy composer. Whatever bullshit they want to say, and then be like, comes out this day, and then they give us like 10 extra seconds of a trailer. Whatever. But you know what they could do just to make people, like I said, everybody at full mass. Just say, oh yeah, this is gonna start the fucking Smash universe. That's it, and then
Everybody at full mass. I don't
it.
think that's what it. I don't think that's the correct term.
Everybody's here.
Everybody's here. Then everyone's just throwing up in the whole world.
Shark King, you're the teacher here. Is that the correct term? Everybody at full mass. I'm pretty sure that's not the right.
That's not what I call it, but I don't know.
Okay, well, yeah. So they're
You're going to be into different kinds of things than I am, so maybe he knows better than me.
that's also probably true. Anyway, okay.
He has been much in the streets.
The other thing I wanted to talk about, though, has to do with what aired a few days ago.
Yep.
finale is Percy Jackson.
Last a few days ago.
Percy Jackson season 2 had finished. And surprisingly enough, we got a little teaser trailer of season 3. And correct me if I'm wrong, Sharky, but they confirmed that it's coming out this year.
Yes, they did.
Okay.
I'm imagining it's going to be around the same time. I feel like it's going to be like a December release. Mm-hmm. But I could be wrong. And maybe they'll do it sooner. Because they already are working on... They finished season 3 already.
Right.
And I know that they're already working... They confirmed that they're working on season 4.
Which I can't remember. Is that one year? Is it season 3 or is it book 2 that was your favorite?
Book 5 is my favorite.
Book 5. Okay.
Because that's where all the crazy stuff happens. But yeah.
Yeah, that's where the fight happens and all crazy shit
Why you gonna
happens.
spoil the fight?
There's always fights in this freaking book series. What do you mean spoil
Western
it?
civilization. We always have
Percy
fights.
Jackson 3 Electric Boogaloo?
That's 2, first of all.
Huh?
Anyway, so season 2 of Percy Jackson, what it does is it takes book 2, which is called Sea of Monsters, and yeah, so it went ahead and took that book and made was it 8 or 9? There was 8 episodes, right? Shark King.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it went ahead and adapted that, and it finished a few days ago. I did want to talk to you, Sharking, about what you thought of the adaptation, because as in the first book, they made a lot of changes. They did a lot of, I would say, a lot less foreshadowing, or like, and maybe I'm wrong, of like little tidbits. Because in the first season, like when they're like in Vegas, right, there's a lot of stuff that was going in there. Like, wait, is this like something that we don't know until much later? And they're like, yes, that's what
Things are
it
coming
is.
more into light instead of foreshadowing.
But I feel like season 2 wasn't as impacted that way. Like it was more just shut up, Diego. It was just more like to the story. But again, they made changes to stuff here and there.
I think what they did the most was the changes having to do with like the actor license or agreements, I guess. They had a lot more people show up more, and I think like, and this was really weird because I hated her in the books, but they made Clarice like a really good character. Yeah,
that was super weird.
Like, and at first I thought I was gonna hate it, but I actually really like it. Like I actually was like, I used to hate you, but I'm like, okay, you're actually like a good character.
Oh, she was? That's kind of awesome.
Miss Mister, stop touching my fondue thing.
Don't touch this phone, dude.
So I think what they did better is they used they don't have as many actors, but to like replicate like all the campers as of now. But I think what they did better was they gave a lot more depth to the characters that we did have.
Yeah, I want to say that there was a few things that happened that, for whatever reason, in my mind, when I was like going over certain parts in the book, I had a completely different like idea of what was happening, and maybe I'm remembering it wrong. I'll give you one explanation. So like when they have to go past when Annabeth and Percy have to go past the I forget what they're called, the thing like with the homeless artist that like make them crash, and they had to tie
Scylla and the other one, right? The one on the mountain and the one in like the world.
Yeah, I swear, and Mayra, I swear it was like that part was just a little bit different. Like most, I think generally was the same, but I swear it was like different. Like, and I swear there's a little bit more explanation on what she had heard or what was being told to her. Am I wrong?
Yeah. No, you're correct. Like I said, they did change some stuff. I think what they changed the most too was that it's spoilers, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a book, so like it's not like
You haven't read the book.
read the book. Like they don't change that much from the episode. They really made like Thalia seem like a bad guy.
Yeah, they did
Did you get that too?
Yeah, and I was like,
it was just kind of like surprise, like she's here at the end. I was like, oh my god, it was more like a oh my gosh moment instead of oh no, now we're dreading that Thalia's here.
I swear, like, and again, my recollection might be wrong. I swear that the book ends where they put the golden fleece, they beat, they drive all the enemies away, and then they see the tree change and it becomes Thalia, and that's where it ends, right?
Yes.
Okay, I thought I was going crazy. I'm like, I don't remember any of this. This Rainy coming up, and she's like confronting Percy, and Percy's like, my bad dreams, they're coming to life thing. I was like, what is going on? I was so confused.
And then she thunderbolts like everybody.
Yeah, I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, so they like I said, I don't know if it's necessarily bad. Like we got more of her as a character, so I don't know if it's necessarily a bad thing. And it is different. And as long as, again, I'm not really gonna complain too much, especially as if Rick says it's okay, then I'm okay with it. Again, it doesn't change too much of the story. And like I said, it did kind of flesh out more of the character, especially like Clarice. And I think maybe that's kind of why they called it Percy Jackson and the Olympians, because it's really more about like all the other characters, not just like this season, especially like it was Percy's still kind of the main character, but I also felt like Clarice was almost as important in the show.
Yeah, I would.
For worse. Like she was just a really good character. Like she was just like the other main character in this, and I think they did a really good job in using Luke more, who I actually think does a really really good job with the character.
Yeah, they made him like. I mean, they always made it. Shut up, Mr. Miss. You're nodding your head like, oh yeah, I'm agreeing.
Yeah.
Shut up.
You
Go do what your partner does. Just look at your phone.
I'm pulling Mr.
Like I think the one thing that with Luke that I always felt like is he was super blinded, right? With what? Shut up, Mr. Mister.
Okay.
And it just didn't show that he cared much about anything else. And I think with this one, especially with, I really did like the way that they showed his confrontation with Kronos about Talia, and I really like that. It was just for some reason I when I was picturing in the book, he wasn't as intense or as like that it affected him so much that Kronos didn't tell him. And I really appreciated Luke's actor and how he interacted with Kronos at that point, and how he was still like, yeah, we're going in there, and they're like, we gotta burn everything, burn the tree. He's like, no, he's like, that tree, like, she's gonna be the one that's gonna take down Olympus. We can't. Yeah, so I like that they gave him more.
I think that, yeah, like I said, I think they better utilize them. Like they kind of changed the story enough, but he has much more to do instead of just kind of being this cranky guy on a boat, like guiding and like telling other bad guys what to do.
I'm on a boat.
He's more involved, and I think I at first I was kind of thrown, like it kind of spoils some of the stuff. Like you kind of like this whole happening about like Annabeth's like, oh yeah, if you use the fleece, like it'll bring her back. It's like not once did they ever mention that in the book.
Yeah.
It was supposedly like a total surprise. Like no one knew that it was going to work.
They just thought that it was going to heal the tree.
But I think it built Luke's story and like why he was doing the things that he's doing. And I think what I'm liking more about the series, or the series and the books themselves, is that it really goes into depth with what Luke is struggling with as a person. Because I feel like in the books it was just like, yeah, like he was just mad that like his dad wasn't around, and that's it. It's like, wait, that's the whole reason he become like. This one really goes into like what, like his suffering, like the things that he went through. And, like, it shows you why he's mad before, like... Because at the end, it feels like you only get it, like, at the very last book where Annabeth finally tells... Not even Annabeth, but it's actually Hermes, right? Hermes talks to Percy and tells him, oh, this shows him the vision, and, like, this is why Luke is the way he is. And you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay, now I get it. And then... But this one, like, you can feel, like... the internal struggle that Luke's going through about, like... Oh, like I hate the gods, but the only people, like my only friends that and family that I've ever really had are in the camp, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm interested. I think this will make everything that happens in book 4 and especially 5 like all the more impactful. Not to spoil too much.
I'm a little bummed that they didn't give us the teaser like they did with 1. Like 1, they kind of showed us off like some stuff that was going to come, but I'm kind of bummed that they didn't show off who the actors are going to be for Nico and Bianca yet.
Yeah, I thought they were going to do that with the teaser when you see him at the dance, or something like that. But
and like, I mean, they already spoiled Artemis.
Yeah,
which is cool. But I was like, oh, I felt like that's more of like a. I'm assuming because of who she is, they'll probably. Oh, it's for you guys don't know. It's Daphne Keane, the girl who plays X-23.
Yeah, she's Artemis.
tight.
Oh, what?
Playing Artemis.
That's pretty cool.
So
I'm assuming that because
didn't
it's
know.
her, they're going to use her in a bigger role
I mean,
than they did in the book, which is fine.
I'm trying to think. Well, I guess would it be more like a mentor type of role, like instead of having dang it, what was her name now? What's
Bianca?
Yeah, Bianca, like having be like more of a mentor. Like Bianca's gonna be there, but oh my gosh, not Daphne. Artemis is gonna be there to like coach her, and that's how she's gonna be more involved. Because like I know Bianca isn't it all the time, but like it's more her brother. But that's the only thing I could think of is that she's just gonna try and be like, I guide all of the new comrades that are here.
My
Type
new
of thing.
recruits. Yeah, I would imagine something like that, but I mean, I guess we'll have to see.
Yeah. So overall,
Like I said, it looks good, and I'm glad that they. I mean, not just because I feel like it was my idea, but I'm glad that they're kind of bulk showing stuff, because like even from season 1 to season 2, I'm like, bro, like Percy's voice, like Percy grew like 2 feet.
Yeah, I know.
And his voice dropped like an octave and a half. I'm like,
yeah, I get thinking like
believe that that's the same year, but we'll let them get away with it.
I was like, it wasn't even a year. It was like a few months have passed when the second book starts, because it's at the end of summer.
Yeah. So he had a very productive summer. He became a man.
So I think from now on, it's just gonna, if they're gonna keep the schedule that they have, it's gonna be I would say at least like the final 3 books that they're gonna do is gonna be great.
I think it's doing well enough. I would assume that the 5th book is also going to be done just in case. I mean, I can't imagine why it wouldn't at this point. And I am getting excited because Percy started talking, or Scoble Walker started talking about them doing like the next series.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really? The Chalice of Gods?
Yeah. Yeah. So I would be actually really excited for them to do like the sequel series.
Well, I guess how many books is that going to have? Because it's not finished, right? They just finished the second one, or is it third?
No, we never started reading that. We'll have to read that. I guess me and you, David, on the side. But there's a sequel. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like
the one that doesn't it doesn't involve them, but it's something within the universe, right?
Same universe, but it's expanded.
Yeah.
Same universe, but not necessarily them. But it's a bigger story, because then like the people, like the quests get bigger, so the people that go on quests, it's like groups of like 7.
Okay.
And that's when even like and I don't know how they would do it. I think it would work, and I think maybe that's kind of why this series is changing, because in the author in the first 5 books, it's all written like first person from Percy's point of view.
Right.
The second series, it's literally like the chapters are numbered, but then they have like they're named. They have like the name.
Of whose
point of view you're seeing it. So you're seeing stuff from different points of view, and there's a couple of times where like it backtracks, so that you see like the same event but from a different character's point of view.
Okay.
So a different perspective.
Shut up.
Different perspectives.
Go take a shot, Hobby.
I can't do that's already like 7 just from talking about Adam.
And wait, there's more.
Oscars.
That's true. So what would you rate this season?
I actually like this season probably more than the first. I would say this is a good like 8.5. I do like. I mean, they do had to. I felt like it's harder because the further you get into the books, the longer they are. So it feels like they cut more and more stuff out. So in that way, I think number 1, the first series or season is better than the second one. And surprisingly, there was very little like actual seafaring action for it being the Sea of Monsters.
Yeah.
That's not what it's called, but based off the book, I felt like they cut out a lot of the sea stuff. And surprisingly, now that I'm thinking about it, I felt like Percy never used his powers in the season.
No, I think the biggest thing that I have kind of had an issue with, like that again, I've never seen the movies, right? I know the movies are way worse. But I think one thing that I remember, I think I saw like in a clip or something, is that there's a part that does show him getting healed or using the water. Like the way that he used water was was cool. At least that part was cool. But again, it's like Percy's like, you're the son of Poseidon. It's like, but you've never used your greatest weapon, which is the sea. Like you use it once. Yeah, well, you like you use it once to help Clarice to help guide the ship through the storm and all that. But like aside from like, you don't do anything in there. Yeah, and it just kind of bugged me in this one. He's like, yeah, I'm not using my greatest weapon. I think I've told you this once. I was like, I wish that he could just like have a kind of like Gar have a jar of the sea with him, and that's how he could just do whatever he wants.
Yeah, and he doesn't always necessarily need to be by the sea, but like he should be more waterbender-y. And like, especially when I'm like, dude, you're in the ocean. Like this season is mostly like you're at sea, you're in the ocean. Do more of that, and I feel like he rarely, if ever, used it.
Doesn't he do something in the water? It's in the book. In this book, yeah, and like and that part's not even in there at all.
Yeah, but again, like I said, for the most part, I am bummed by the stuff that they take out, and I get it. It's hard to do 24 chapters in like 8 episodes.
Yeah, but I mean,
and they're 45, 35 minute, 30 to 40 minute episodes.
Yeah, about.
So it's not like they're still doing like hour episodes, but still, like I get it's not going to be perfect, but it's still pretty good. So that's why I said I would say like an 8.5.
Yeah, I just kept thinking like this would be like Harry Potter, but with Harry never using magic.
Wow.
Or only once in a while. Like that's how I felt like when they cut out all of Percy's like cool stuff that he does. Like again, I was able to go back and actually like see what happened like with Percy's fight against was it Ares?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, that would have been so sick. And he didn't do it. And I was like, So I'm kind of hoping that they understand that they need to show this more. I'm hoping that they do. Maybe they're planning to like be like, oh, we didn't show it in season 1 or 2 as much because in season 3 you get to see it a lot more. So I'm hoping that that's what happens.
Agree.
Yeah, I'll give it. No, go ahead, Javi.
No, I was just saying that I feel like that's the one thing that this season was missing in compared, because I feel like even in the first season he did it more than in this one.
That is true.
Cool story, bro.
Hopefully going on, moving forward they do a better job with that.
Yep.
Yeah, me too.
Alrighty, guys.
What would you give that?
8.5.
Oh, okay.
The same. We have one more final thing to talk about.
Talking about Maul.
You can talk about it really quickly.
Well, really quickly. They released a trailer for the new show of
Darth Maul.
That's about it. I don't care too much about it. The only thing that really got my attention is when they mentioned perspective at the very beginning of the trailer. I just laughed.
So, are you serious?
Actually, I don't remember. Like,
let's talk about Maul. I don't really care.
I don't really care. No, really. I think Disney. I don't know. For me, there's a lot of things that they have done that I don't know. It used to be a cool franchise, Star Wars, referring to Star Wars itself.
What happened to you, Disney?
We're going to have to wait another year to see the changes that they've done.
Right, because this is before the new guy came in, right?
Before
Dave Filoni.
And yeah, because now they're the heads of Star Wars. So anything for the next year or two is from Kathleen Kennedy's bad choices.
I mean, The Mandalorian was under Kathleen Kennedy. That was
but
good.
Dave Filoni was the one in charge of that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I don't know much if she was completely involved in this. This is really interesting. Like the animation is really interesting. If you kind of
vibes,
it has Spider-Verse vibes. I will say that the lightsaber, the very small amount of action that we saw with the lightsabers, already looks a lot better than what Disney did with. I love Rebels, but kind of their fighting was very like slash, and this one looks a lot more fluid.
Yeah,
and it looks super sick. Like we'll get to see, like again, we saw it in Clone Wars how Darth Maul is, but I think in this one it's just gonna be a notch up, a step up on this, because this is where it becomes the Lord, like what you saw in Solo Star Wars movie. That's kind of where you get to see where Maul is.
Yeah.
So it looks pretty sick. I'm excited to see what happens in here, because again, this is going to be between Clone Wars and the Rebels. What we see happens. So,
Canon.
yeah, it is canon.
All right.
I mean,
So yeah, I think that's it. If Miles is here, he'll talk more about it.
But he's not. So let's skip.
No, but I'm saying
I
it
don't
does
know.
look super sick. Like
I don't know too much about it, so I wouldn't be able to say it.
the lightsaber duels look super sick. You get to see Darth Maul fight the Inquisitors, which is going to be quiet. I can't wait to see him like fudge them up, because Inquisitors are like just failed Jedis. That's all there. And so Darth Maul. I mean, we saw them. You saw him fight in Rebels, but I think this is going to be more brutal of what he does, because if you look at the animation, it just looks amazing.
Good.
So
Bravo.
bravo. All right,
All right.
final thing.
Oh,
I don't know if you saw this or you know anything about this, Shark King.
uh-oh.
But there was a lot of controversy that happened in the past few weeks with Marvel Rivals. Well, not the game itself, but with people,
the players.
certain people playing it. So,
I blame Paul.
yeah. So I guess let me ask you this question. None of us are pro gamers, right?
I was
Just
a pro
me.
gamer.
Shut up. If you
I keep
We're
the leads
not?
with you guys.
That's wild.
Unless it's Pokemon VGC, then I would say I am not a pro gamer.
so anyway, that is also true.
Okay, so
But like, if you were told that you got invited to a tournament where you could win up to $40,000, like you and your team,
sure.
okay, how would you? What would your mindset be?
Let's go and win.
Let's go and win. Okay.
Sure.
What about you, Shark King?
Yeah, I'm trying to go win some money, bro.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Now, in those situations, like, what would you do? Like, let's say it was us four. And we had other two people. Let's say I am doing horrible. we're winning. Let's say we're winning the round, but I did horrible. I'm like, had no kills, I had no assist, and I died 10 times.
What are you doing, bro?
Yeah, man. Switch.
Switch.
Okay. Okay. So just kind of give you the background of that. So that's kind of the background of what happened here with this tournament. So there's a Marvel Rivals tournament, and a lot of content creators were invited to this, and they were put into teams. So there was one of the content creators. His name is Kingsman. And he was put in. He was a duo with another content creator. Her name is Lacey, I believe. And they had their team leader. Her name was Cece. So she is a DPS player, and he is also a DPS player. He was playing Magic.
Same DPS meme.
Yeah. So he was playing Magic, and she was playing Widow. And she was playing Widow on a dive comp. The opposing was a dive comp, which if you don't know what that means, if you never played FPS, what that means is that they have people that are very high mobility, and they can go into the back line and they can target one person, kill them, and then all come back without having many issues. That's essentially what dive means. So you had this Black Widow who was getting dove, and at the end of the first round was 0-5. They won the round, but that's because this guy Kingsman, I think he was 12 or 18-2 or 18-5. He had the highest one. So what essentially happened was that he was telling her to swap, and everyone on her team was saying like, no, like she's fine, like she's taking all of the pressure off of the other players that they were attacking. So she died, so it's okay, even though she wasn't getting any kills. But this guy was like, no, like we need to switch, like I want to win, and they were like, no, we need to, we need to keep like the good vibes here, like to play. So anyway, what happened was after this game, the team leader, she went to the admins, didn't talk to her team, she went to the admins. And with the admins, she told them that this guy was toxic, that they should replace him, and essentially that's what they did. They ended up replacing him, so they took him out because of her complaint. And funny enough, when they did that, I don't know exactly what happened, but I know their team lost. They didn't win the pool.
Well, they got
The people playing for fun did not win. Okay.
Yeah, and so then he was able to. He did a stream, and I think he got like over 100,000 followers or 10,000 followers or viewers or something like that. And so he was able to raise up. I think he raised up 3K in one day.
Wow.
Because a lot of people backed him when all this came to light. And the girl Cece, she was dropped from her sponsors. And so now there's this, and so his duo partner, which her name is Lacey, I can't remember her exact Twitch name, but I know her name is Lacey. They had asked her about like what had happened, and she just said some things that probably wasn't the smartest thing to say. And I'm not gonna get political into it, but basically what she said was like, if you support Kingsman, it's like saying support Israel. Yeah, which again, and then so she had to like, after that happened, she got a lot of flack from it. She had to backtrack and be like, what I meant was people are saying support Kingsman like it's a slogan, like saying support Israel or support something. And so she was like, this is so she was like, but I'm half, I don't know what ethnicity, but she's she's half something or a third something. She's like, why would I say support Israel when I'm this? I think she's had some sort of Israeli blood or Hamas. I don't know, whatever the other opposing side is, blood in her in some way or form. But anyway, so this has sparked up tons of debate of like what could have prevented this. And my first thing that I thought of, and I kind of want to get your guys' opinion, is like, I think all of these players who are dedicated a lot of their time, a lot of them don't have very good social skills. Like I listened and saw the VODs of them playing, and he was right about what was essentially happening and that she needed to swap, but like his social skills are like not there at all. Like I was like, you need to learn how to talk to people, because she's not going to understand you talking this specific way, because it's falling on deaf ears. But I'm also saying that her actions were also wrong. Like if you were put in that same position, let's say you, Shark King, like someone was doing horrible in one round or whatever. Like how would, or let's say you found someone was doing something wrong and we need to change something. Like how would you have approached that situation?
Me specifically?
Yeah.
Let's
say it was Japorion. You were carrying, and Japorion just like was basically just eating glue that entire round.
I tell Paul to stop being stupid. I mean, it's just different. I really think it just depends. I know these guys are content creators, and I think it varies. Like, I feel like I can be a very competitive person, but again, if I was trying to go get the money, then yeah, I'm gonna want you to be on your A game, and I would call you out on stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Either way, I mean, no matter what, I'm still gonna try to win. But I think it would also vary. Like, if we all went in there and saying, "Hey, dudes, like, let's just like we know we're probably not gonna win. Let's just go in and see what happens." And that guy gave the comments that he did, then I would understand where she's coming from. But I mean, I don't know, what their thought process was in getting invited. Were they going in there just to, like he was saying, like to have good vibes and to have a good time? Then yeah, it was over the line. But if they were like serious about trying to win this big pool of money, then I really don't think it's messed up. And again, this is me knowing very few, just the vague details that you've told me about this. I hadn't heard about this outside of the information that you've told me.
Yeah, so according to their own words, not even the guy Kingsman, but according to the others people's words after the fact, was that they were serious about winning. That they didn't enter a tournament just to
have good vibes.
Yeah, they went to go play. And like to a certain level, I can understand, like you need to have synchronization. You need to have you need to sync with your team. I don't know if you want to say vibes is the correct term, but you need to be synchronized, right? You need to have some sort of compatibility.
All need to be playing together.
Yeah, so it's like you need to have that. So there's some stuff that you probably don't need to do. Like again, like like lash out at somebody. Like I feel like a lot of people do things in their own like content, in their own like Twitch streams, whatever. They do it just for the views, and they've done it so much, they play that persona for so long that when it's something, you know, different than that, they carry that persona to that situation.
Persona, the game.
They don't know how to take the mask off.
And I think one of the biggest things that happened as well is that, again, during the middle of these rounds, she put herself on mute. She complained to her chat, because she was streaming, complained to her chat about what's happening, and then went and behind, I guess, the whole team's back, I guess you could say, to talk to the admins about this situation. And then that's what led to the admins basically saying, you're no longer on the team. My thing would be like, I'm pretty sure, and correct me if I'm wrong, Trappy, we would have resolved this situation by talking to each other first, right? Like if you did have a problem, you would have been like, let's talk about this. Let's say in a private setting, or like, let's say over Discord where no one can see our chats, just between our entire team.
Yeah, I mean, if you have, the whole point is that your teams, I mean, you're still trying, they're still trying to win. I think you still talk about it with your team, right? You're still trying to figure out what's going on. It's like, hey, like you were, I don't know, you were playing, you said she was playing Widow?
Black Widow, yep.
Yeah, she's playing Black Widow. Like, it's not working. Like, you need to pick something else. You need to, like, you know, your DPS isn't working. You need to switch over to a tank. You need to switch over to a healer, or just switch to a different DPS, because, like, you're missing all your shots, or, you know, whatever.
Yeah. What would you guys done? You other two.
I would have talked it out, because if people are starting to talk and badmouth you and stuff in front of everyone else, and it's not like one of your friends and you're just joking type of thing. It's more like these are all people that came together through the tournament. So they're like, these are teams randomly picked, right?
I don't know. They were. I don't know how the picking of the team was,
Well,
but I think there was some.
other.
I think there were people that were duos, but then they like say, okay, you three duos, you're going to be a team now, kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this is one of the things you need to talk about it behind closed doors and get things, you know, patched up. 1, 2, Kingsman, I can't remember his name.
Kingsman.
He does have some social ineptness. He's socially inept. He's socially inept.
Dang.
So he doesn't know he doesn't know cues. He didn't understand certain things. He's just kind of upfront with things, which is fine. But like, you gotta learn these cues. But that's fine. You know, I get it. And then with the Cece is what her name, and the other people. Yeah, that was fucked up, because she was saying a lot of stuff, and she put her chat on emote mode only, so like her conversations wouldn't be shown up on the chat thing. And it basically screwed her over, because like she lost some sponsorships and some deals with people. Mm-hmm. And then on top of it, because I wasn't really paying attention to it until like it started getting like on the TikTok side of things, where like a lot of TikTok
That's when it gets serious.
Well, like a lot of
That's when it catches Diego's.
No, it's serious.
well, no, because it was funny, because like I was saying, like girls posting like, "Oh, way to go, CC! You just knocked gaming women back 10 years." And I was like, "What the heck's going on?" So when I saw it, I was like, I don't think she knocked it back 10 years, but she did really screw over the sense of like, you know, petty women type of thing, like just women being petty in general, but not in the gaming sense, I don't think. But
Shaquin, play Diego's little sound that we have on Discord.
I can't play Diego's little sound that we do on Discord.
What do you mean you can't?
I can't.
Oh.
but yeah,
Anyway, sorry, go on.
just that kind of stuff. I mean, I feel bad for him on that, and him getting kicked. But I mean, at the end of the day, realistically, they weren't going to be anywhere near top 2, top 3 at all.
Well, that's true.
Because
I think with him they would have. He was.
Oh, there's a guy who was part of that, who's like trains the people there. His name is Quad. I don't know if his I don't know what his Marvel name is now, but like for Destiny, he used to be called the Quad King, because he would get Quad with 100 stats, which is like really high back in the day. And then he moved to Marvel Rivals, and he became like an ambassador, whatever it is they do. He was part of those people that was training those teams. And he's like, look, in all realism, he's like, these guys wouldn't have touched 1 or 2nd place. They would never have touched it. They were that bad together. But he's like, that doesn't mean what he was saying is wrong. What he was saying is correct, and what she did was wrong. These are the things that were messed up. But this is good that this came into light, because this is not how you should be acting towards people and how things should be. So he's like, this is what I'm saying. So before anyone starts attacking me, this is what he said.
But I don't know if he's looking at that prior to this or after this. Like, yes, you saw the team just started to crumble from the inside from this. But if you're talking about like talent wise, like he has been the number one in like I think 10 characters in the entire game, and then he also did it again, but with a controller. On PC.
Yeah, but
again,
it
so
wouldn't work because of. You can't. It's not Call of Duty.
Well, no. But I'm saying like I'm saying this person's comments, were they made before any of this happened, or was it hindsight after this?
After.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think had they not had this issue, they probably would have been a contender for top. Because all those other
players weren't that great in the scheme of what cut toward with how he is and how they were acting. They weren't going to get.
But that's you're taking that in hindsight. I'm saying like if they had a different mindset and they had made changes to, because the thing is like
maybe we don't know. We don't know.
I know, but I'm saying I personally think they would have gone a lot higher up. They wouldn't have lost like whenever they did, because when they took him out, they had another person and they just didn't do as well.
Yeah,
but anyway,
who knows?
I just hope that they don't have any drama like this. This is kind of weird and dumb for the.
Yeah, it's kind of not good for Marvel Rivals, one, because their player base is dwindling more and more every day. Even though they're very up to date with like patches and making things good for the game, it's just unfortunately some games just go down and up and down and up and down. And
you know why? Because you don't join us and play.
I'm not the one who's doing it. I'm not like
you are the one.
I'm not the burnt peanut where I'm like, hey, yeah, if I play, I'm gonna get 40,000 concurrent viewers, and then people just start running in.
You don't know that. Let's try it.
Yeah, sure.
That way, Shark King will join. You won't break his heart.
I think I will when we lose.
It's sad being the only tank, Diego.
Oh, we need a duo. Okay, so the thing, that's what I'm a thing.
You're a thing.
I am.
Here's the thing.
What's it called? What's it called when you only play one character?
Your
one trick.
Yeah, the thing is my one trick pony.
It's okay. Me too.
There you go. See, we're good.
You can't have two things.
Apparently so.
No, mine's Penny though. It's okay.
Oh yeah, that's also true. Shut up.
So you see, David's like, yeah, that's the only guy how he knows how to play.
Yeah.
There you go. See?
No, that's not true either. You can play other ones.
Just make me combine with whoever who is he combined this for this season? The thing.
You mean like what team ups he has?
Oh, team up.
I think his only team up is still with like Sue.
I mean
Storm.
that does help with the
Wolverine?
buff. Oh, the Wolverine?
Oh well, yeah, but that's like you throw them.
Oh, so
like if you had to do that, if you had to throw them, then you would have to have
because right now Nico. The team up is Deadpool and Jeff, which is tight.
This is actually cool, yeah. But like, I mean, if you can get into Deadpool,
healing Deadpool.
Healing Deadpool, I think is objectively the best one. And then Tank is second.
I just hate with Deadpool.
He just doesn't like playing Deadpool because he doesn't understand.
You know what I saw that was really stupid cool was how he could bounce on people.
Yeah.
So there was he was doing something with
S controllers.
No. With Johnny with the
Storm.
Yeah.
Human Torch.
And he was jumping on him while he was going outside of the bounds of the map, and he just kept bouncing on him so he could go with him and flank. And I was like, this is some bullshit.
It is kind of crazy.
That's cool.
I don't know. I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like,
here's something crazy. I still have yet to play him. I haven't played him once, but I did find out this. So he's very interesting, right? You know how I told you that his ult is on a cooldown?
Yes.
So I found out this. So you lose all of your ult if you die. So every time that you're alive, you should always use your ult. Even if you're not going to win, you should use your ult because if you don't, you lose it.
Okay.
It's true.
So then you want me to be Deadpool one trick pony healer?
You wouldn't be a one trick because you're playing. You know how to play the thing too.
That's tank. One trick.
They're both tanks. He could be whatever you want. What do you want to be? I think you'd have more fun with him as tank. That's DPS.
By shooting my friends to heal. Or
No.
do I cut them to heal?
I don't know. I've never played them. I can't tell you.
Both work.
I give you that close fade.
His Desert Eagles are better.
Okay, see, there you go.
There you go.
Anyway, the point of the story is like talk to your friends, talk to your
friend.
teammates.
Yeah, don't. Never mind. I was going to say something sexist. I'm good.
All this could be avoided if they actually talk to each other.
Yeah. Also, this is not like an excuse to say that women shouldn't play games because for some stupid
say
reason,
that.
I'm not saying you.
Okay.
There are people that were saying this is why we shouldn't have girls in video games.
Yeah,
and I was like, that is not what we're saying.
That was dumb.
Yeah.
That was a dumb take.
I was like, we're just saying that you need to talk. Like, people are socially inept. A lot of streamers are socially inept.
The thing is with I'll say this, with guys and women, how we go about it. Traditionally with guys, if we have issues, we talk it out, we get everything out in the open, and we get it over with, and we move on. Traditionally with guys. Women, unfortunately, get petty and say things behind each other's backs and things, but that's just, unfortunately, if it's true, it's true. But
My opinion is
if
not
you're streaming and you have like if you're what's the word? If you are a streamer or a person that is a content creator and people look up to you and all that stuff, you should kind of really take a higher road and do better. You know, I mean, I think everyone should in general, not just streamers and all these people. But I'm just saying, like, if you have a fan base and people look up to you or they see you, you should really do your best to be better.
I just want to say
the
the
best
views
of the
expressed by Mr. does not.
Affiliated with
Yeah,
me.
we're not affiliated with
this
them. They're not the official views and standpoints of Chibino Podcast.
You can cancel who's on. Not us.
Oh my gosh! Alrighty, anything else before we finish for tonight? Don't fall asleep.
I did fall asleep for a little bit. I'm awake now, partially.
So what happens when you're on your phone?
Parts of you.
I don't know which parts.
Hold on.
Invincible Season 4.
Oh, the trailer, yeah.
It looks pretty cool. I'm excited. I think they're going to have a really nice fight. March is going to be an awesome month.
The boys?
Invincible, The Boys, One Piece. Something else is coming up in March. I don't remember. But yeah, it's going to be fun.
Mr. Anything?
No, just what he was saying. Invincible looks tight. One Piece.
Okay, you a parrot now? Shark King, anything last? Any last minute thing?
Go Shark King
Actually,
first.
I did just see. Was it the Xbox? Not that's not. Is it direct? The Xbox.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fable?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
The only thing that I got excited about was Forza Horizon 6 because it takes place in the city of Japan.
Yes,
So
and
supposed
it's
to be
coming
in
to
a
PC.
big outdoor area, so this is going to be a little bit different.
The city of Japan?
The city of Japan.
Japan City. It's a thing. It's a place called Japan City.
How to sleep? I won't say it. there.
Jeporio's like,
My views.
Also, at the end of the trailer, they show Gundam legs,
yeah, I saw that. That was cool.
and it's going to be on PC as well.
Talk about Japan. Going with Pokemon Anniversary. They actually announced a new collaboration with Universals. So they're going to be releasing some kind of interaction event for Pokemon at Universal Japan first. And if it goes well, especially for the anniversary, it can trigger to other locations as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, it should be I don't know exactly what it is, but it's coming soon. So
Alrighty. Anything else?
I'm sleepy.
No.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
thanks so much, guys, for being a part of our conversations tonight. It's always been fun. Remember, you can watch this first on YouTube, and if you want to listen to it, you also can same day. So it's going to be on Podomatic, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to any podcasts. If you don't want to watch the video, you're missing. First of all, you're missing a lot. But if you don't want to,
I was falling asleep.
you can go there.
And gestures.
And gestures, yeah. Remember, you can follow us on all of our social media accounts on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Tuna Podcast, capital C, capital N, capital P. If you don't know how that's spelled, well, just look at Shark King next time he's here physically, and you'll see him make the hand gestures of the letters.
No, he was doing ninja signs.
Stop it! I was.
He's trying to manifest his ring.
Anyway, that is it for tonight. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you next time. This is David the Smash Fan.
Mister.
You're pouring your...
And Shark King.
Achievement Podcast. Peace.